Louis Latimer was born November 4th, 1848, in Chelsea, Massachusetts. He was the youngest of four, born to George and Rebecca Latimer. In the time before he was born, his parents escaped slavery, and with the help of Frederick Douglass and William, they purchased their freedom. At age 15, he joined the U.S. Navy during the Civil War, and after a short stint in the military, he received an honorable discharge and returned to Boston. There, he gained employment at an office, and he taught himself mechanical drawing and drafting through self-education and observation. Doing so, his talents were quickly discovered, and he was hired on as a draftsman. By his mid-20s, he was promoted to head draftsman, earning $20 per week. And in 1873, he married Mary Wilson Lewis. The couple would later have two daughters. As head draftsman, a patent consultant, he helped develop and improve to the water closet and railroad cars. Two years later, Alexander Graham Bell sought out the assistance of Latimer to help him with his new invention, the telephone. Together, they worked long hours into the night, and in 1876, Graham Bell's invention was registered and patented. In 1880, he moved to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and was hired by the CEO of the U.S. Electric Lighting Company. It was here that he gained his most notable patents. In 1882, he patented improvements to the electric lamp using carbon. That same year, he invented globe support for electric lamps. He was also sent to supervise electric projects in Philadelphia, New York, Montreal, New England, and London. Hearing of Latimer's expertise, Thomas Edison recruited Latimer and hired him on as chief draftsman and patent expert in 1884. Under Edison's wing, he continued to improve upon the electric lamp. In 1886, Latimer invented the apparatus for cooling and disinfecting. It was primarily used in hospitals. He published Electric Lighting, a practical description of the Edison system in 1890, and later became the only African American of 28 charter members to belong to the Edison Pioneers, a group of elite men who worked closely with Thomas Edison in transforming the electrical industry. In 1895, he invented a device for locking hats, coats, and umbrellas on hanging racks. It was used in hotels, restaurants, and office buildings. Latimer's last invention came in 1910, the lamp fixture. Louis Latimer was also involved in the civil rights of his age. He had established relationships with the leading civil rights activists. In 1924, at 75, he retired and continued to work on his passion of arts, including poetry and music. Louis Latimer was one of the leading Renaissance men of the late 19th century. Many of his inventions are still in use today. From 1903 until his death in 1928, Louis Latimer lived with his family in a home on Holly Avenue. Louis Latimer died on December 11, 1928, at the age of 80. His wife, Mary, predeceased him by 4 years. He left behind a legacy of achievement and leadership that much of the world owes thanks.